Good morning, friends. For those of you guys that we had a special Google Live this morning that we normally only have on Mondays, we had it today since we didn't have school yesterday. So we did not record that. So I wanted to make sure that I made a recording for you guys that missed it so that you can still see it. And so you can see our fluency poems, which is what we're starting this week. When we say that we want to do fluency work, it means that we want to read like we talk. We want it to sound not like a robot when we're talking, but we also want to make sure that we talk and read at a normal speed so it's easy for people to understand us. So we're going to practice that, and you guys are going to notice that when you know your sight words, you can read so many of the words on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we would go through this poem together, okay? First, I'm going to click in my zoom in case I need to see the words a little bit bigger. Remember, we can hit the zoom in and we can move it where we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the poem with you and then I'll show you what you're going to do afterwards. So our poem is Let's Play Shadows poem. And so we're going to read it together. Let's play shadows in the sun. I can make my shadow run. I can make my shadow crouch down small, and there are motions to go with it, so I'm crouching down small, or reach up very, very tall. I can make my shadow jump around or do patterns on the ground. Okay, I'm going to move it down a little bit. My shadow is, this is a tricky word, weary. That means I'm so tired. So my shadow is weary. See him creep, slowly curl up, go to sleep. All right, so we're going to read through that again. We're going to practice the motions. Let's play shadows poem. Let's play shadows in the sun. I can make my shadow run. I can make my shadow crouch down small or reach up very, very tall. I can make my shadow jump around or do patterns on the ground. My shadow is weary, see him creep, slowly curl up, go to sleep. Very good. And then what you guys are going to do is after you practice your poem reading it, you're going to take your pen and you can pick whichever color you want. And I want you to go ahead and mark the words that you know right now. Because by the end of the week, if you practice this a couple times, you're going to know more and more words without having to stop. So I'm going to look and I'll say, you know what? I knew play because it was one of the sight words. So I would just say, I know play, I know in and the, because those are sight words for my word wall. I know I and can and my. And if you can read sun and run, you can underline those without having to sound them out. I know I and can and up. So you're just going to go through and you're going to mark all the words that you already know, because on Wednesday we're going to practice this again together tomorrow. And after practicing it, you're going to learn that you're going to know more and more words to where you don't have to stop. And so it'll sound more like you're talking instead of having to stop and sound out and kind of break it apart. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you this afternoon for our math lesson.